What's going on, folks? I'm Blake Morse, and welcome to the first ever episode of Bloops and Bleeps. Woo! This is a show all about video games and music and where those two paths cross in the world of entertainment and pop culture. We are very, very fortunate to have as our first guests ever the Minibosses. How's it going, guys?
Good.
Excellent. Welcome to the studio.
Thanks for having us.
It's beautiful. Thank you. You guys are beautiful, and we're so happy to have you here.
You're a beautiful man.
I spent a lot of time in the bathroom getting ready for this.
Yeah,
Putting on makeup, not what you guys think.
we all spent a lot of time in the bathroom before the show, and that's what's going to make it so much fun today. So you guys are the Minibosses. Do you guys want to go down the line and introduce yourselves? Say hi.
Sure. I'm Jeff. I play guitar.
Hi, Jeff.
Hello.
Hi, Jeff.
Nice
Hi,
to
Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
I'm Robin, and I play some guitar and bass.
Hi, Robin.
I'm Aaron. I play some bass and guitar.
And I'm Matt, and I play some drums.
Awesome. Some drums, just a little. Very minimalist. You guys do Stephen Glass interpretations of 8-bit songs. No, you guys do like rock and roll and metal versions of 8-bit tunes. So how did you why 8-bit rock and roll?
Matt, I was approached by Aaron at some point in college about playing in a band, and we started working in some video game music as kind of a spliced medley to a few songs, and I thought it was really weird, and here I am. So that's the best origin story I can think of.
Yeah, we used to play in another band together in college, and we used to put video game parts in as bridges to the songs, and after that band broke up, I think we just kind of knew that the next band to do would be just all video game songs only, and that would be fun.
So you removed the original aspects of the music and kept the video game parts?
We don't even talk about the original songs anymore.
Yeah. They might as well not exist.
They might as well.
Yeah. It was just all about games from the get-go kind of after that band fell apart.
Yeah, definitely. At that time, we didn't know if there was even another band doing that. We later found out there was around the same time, a band Generic, and they were amazing. And later they became The Advantage. Awesome band. So, but it was fun. It was especially fun starting at that time. It was so early. There wasn't much video game music stuff going on in it.
Yeah, you guys were trailblazing.
It was it's insane now to see how much, man. Oh my God, there's thousands of artists out there. It's great.
Yeah, it's really taken off. Especially the chiptune scenes now become a big thing. You have people making their own original Game Boy and Nintendo compositions now.
I gotta have some Gatorade. Excuse me. Really frothy today.
Yeah, extremely frothy Gatorade. Also, really quick, I want to mention if you guys have questions for the band in the chat room, or if you in our live studio audience have anything you want to ask the band, think about your questions, because later on you'll get a chance to ask them yourselves. But yeah, back to the origin story of the Minibosses. All right, so who came up with the name the Minibosses?
I think I did. It was it was just that's always been my favorite kind of just created word from the video game genre. I just used to love anyone who grew up when we did and bought a Nintendo game. You used to love the box, the art, the manual, and it was just funny to see all these new terms coming out, Nintendo Power and stuff, and Minibosses was just always the craziest.
That's your go-to.
Yeah, that's a great word.
Do you want to tell the story about the alternate meaning of the name?
You can tell it.
Okay. So there was a second meaning to the name. On aircraft carriers, they're deck bosses apparently, and the guy that coordinates the whole launching of jets is also called a mini boss. So when we used to have people email us or ask us questions about it, sometimes we'd just be like, Yeah, here's why.
Yeah.
Would you send them pamphlets for the Air Force?
Well, I at least send them pictures a few times. I
Yeah.
remember doing that. I think.
Yeah, encouraging them to like join up.
It's all about
Become a recruit.
misinformation.
Yeah.
There you go. So Robin and Jeff, how did you guys get involved in this? You got it. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Nice and close.
Well, they moved to Phoenix, and I've lived in Phoenix my most of my life, and playing
So
in
just living
like
in Phoenix.
R&B, pop, reggae bands,
Hip-hop. Rip-hop.
and then so our bands would play together, and so the reason I joined is there. Oh, I don't tell this story.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
story is just.
You have to
Well,
tell
just-
it.
we'll just do it
Sorry,
just like-
internet. You can't be like,
We'll just do
sorry,
it.
internet. I'm just
Sorry,
gonna
this
keep
is a
one to
terrible.
myself."
This is a terrible story.
Edit this story.
But this is the short version is that we were asked to play this party at DEF CON, and
Yeah.
and Ben, who was originally playing bass, was out of town. He was in India, right? And so they said no. They turned it down and said no, we can't do the show. And then the guy was putting on said, well, don't you know anyone else who plays bass? Can someone else play? And they thought, oh, well, maybe. And they called me, and I didn't really know these guys that well. I mean, we knew each other from just hanging out at bars playing,
Rock and
seeing
roll.
each other's bands
Yeah.
play and
Knocking a
stuff.
few back.
Yeah.
But so, and this was we had like one day to. Was it one day?
You had 3 days.
You
I
had
think.
2 days.
Yeah,
think,
but
to
I
rehearse.
did I use the
Two or three.
One
did I-
sounds more
do we
dramatic.
use those 2
Let's
days?
stick with one.
One day.
We're creating
edit this later.
We're creating a legendary
I know it's
myth,
live, but
like
we
right
can do it.
now. Yeah.
We rolled the tape.
Yeah, but then we learned. I learned some of the songs, and we went and played this show and at DEF CON, and
It was just magic. Like you guys,
It was magic.
like you guys caught each other's like twinkle in the eye in the middle of the set, and you just knew like this was it.
they liked the way I danced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Robin did some incredible breakdancing in a pile of ice cubes. Which was really
scared
cool.
The party kind of scared everyone at the party. It was great.
You scared the hackers.
People backed away from
Yeah,
it.
that's
That's
tough to
wow.
do.
That's tough, man. Hackers see a lot of disturbing stuff on the internet. It's impressive that you pulled that off. I wonder what else.
I can't. Let's just say, I chose music instead of dancing, but I can't. I think maybe dance chose me, and I just kind of.
Yeah.
Like it's just inside of you.
Maybe you made
Like
a bad
everyone-
choice.
Maybe.
Maybe you should go back to your first love, the dance.
Throw your mic down and walk away.
Maybe we'll
All right. Are we gonna see some of these moves later on when you guys perform?
Maybe they're a little
Maybe.
scary though.
Maybe we can see the
kinda
tootie
wanna-
booty.
Kind of.
Maybe if we're
I think we
nice-
have to now.
If we're nice to Robin, we'll see the tootie booty
Maybe.
later.
Well,
I'd like to get everyone doing the tootie booty.
this crowd seems susceptible to your influence. You might be able to get them
Some
to do
boot tooting.
Yeah, this is an easy dance too.
All right.
I
right.
want to hear Jeff's story.
Yeah. How did you? what about you?
Man,
Oh, you have your
You got your own.
That. I should have gone first. You're amazing. I had about a month, I think, not one day. No, but pretty similar story is what I'm getting at. There was a big show, Magfest 9 coming up, and we had known each other for a while. I'd been a fan of the band, and Aaron and I would run into each other like around town or restaurant I worked at a lot. And I just they had somebody who couldn't play a show, and I just said, well, if you ever need somebody to fill in, let me know. And next thing I knew, I was in the band playing Magfest.
And you're sitting on this couch.
Haven't really stopped
so-
since.
And
So it's just been all the rocket right to the top.
Yeah,
You
it's-
joined
And
the band.
Maxis was your first show
Yeah, it was.
with us, which was great. That's a
Yeah.
great first show.
yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Magfest
for
is
sure.
always a bunch of fun
Yeah, totally.
for us, for everyone who
I,
goes.
I have not been to Magfest, but I hear that some of the parties get pretty epic.
Yeah, you gotta go. It's
I gotta
fun.
go. All right, you. Can I like get in as like your roadie or something?
Hell yeah.
Maryland's beautiful that time of year too.
Oh, that's fantastic! I would love to take a walking tour of some of the finer monuments. And
Almost
things like
missed
that.
our show because of the walking tour we took. It was
Yeah.
beautiful.
It's not good. All right, so when you guys aren't playing music, like, are you guys actually gamers, or is it all like old school for you guys?
I game, but not as much as I used to, and not as much as I'd like. I probably did. Last game I played, it was Skyrim, and put about 120 hours into that.
Only 120 hours.
Only would have liked to have
So
done
you
more.
just
Sometimes
kinda,
I log in and I'll go to my quest log and there's like 48 quests left, and I immediately shut it off. That's too daunting. But besides that, no, I think before Skyrim, probably Fallout 3, same deal, 120 hours.
So-
but I'd like to play Diablo 3. I just haven't upgraded my PC enough to not be able to sign on to their servers. So.
Nice.
I was going to say Skyrim, but then I forgot that. Has anybody played the Kerbal Space Program at all? Yes. Yeah? All right. I was hoping somebody had seen that. It's a game where you build a rocket and you try to get to orbit. That was the first version of the game. It's still in, I guess it's still in beta, right? Alpha? All right. And then they added a moon, so the idea was to try and land a rocket on the moon and use this pretty good physics. And I was unbelievably excited when I spent 3 hours about 2 weeks ago, and I landed a rocket on the moon and got him back to Kerbal safely.
Woo! Yeah.
So,
All right.
hire me, SpaceX, please.
All right. You guys big gamers? You enjoy the gaming of videos?
I have a game I play called My Littlest Pet Shop.
The Littlest Pet Shop.
Yeah.
All right, we got
And,
some fans in the audience.
Most games that I play are with my kids.
Yeah.
So whatever they like.
So,
He means us.
hello,
Don't you have
hello,
a French?
Kitty.
Isn't there a French game
Yeah.
you play with
Oh,
Mina?
Well, I love the Mind Snacks language games. They're fun.
Those are good.
And then
Have you checked out Mavis Beacon? Mavis Beacon teaches typing. It's the
no.
bomb, dude. Totally the bomb. How could?
She was better.
Nah. Well, I mean, sequels are always better.
Yeah, but they changed the interface for that. I didn't like it.
Yeah. The HUD wasn't as good in the second game as it was in the first game. I don't like the way they gave you regenerative health either. It just made it too easy.
The search for more keys.
So what about you, Jeff? Do you game?
A little bit. I don't have a lot of time for it, but I do have a Wii at home. The last game I played was the latest Zelda, Skyward Sword, and I was super into it. Definitely played it obsessively for about a week and
Just beat it.
Yeah.
Like, were you crying tears at the end of it?
How was the ending to that? Pretty good?
It was good. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too difficult. I mean, most of the game I felt like it kind of led you through.
Is it very swingy, actiony?
Yeah,
It was very...
the controller, actually, that's my problem with the Wii a lot of times, is that I'll be like, no, I wanted to do this, and it won't do it. But once I got the hang of that game, that was like probably my favorite thing about it was
swinging your sword around.
And getting it the right way,
Hacking
and
and
like the
just,
certain
like,
attacks
yeah.
and everything. It was really cool. It was a lot of fun. Other than that, I have a Wii mainly to play like classic NES games. I don't really. I've never had an Xbox or a PS3.
Anything like that, but
Yeah, I mean, I'd like one. They're just expensive.
Hint, hint.
yeah, there you go. We'll see.
Hint, I'm
Who knows
poor.
who knows who's watching this right now? Maybe they'll take pity on you guys and be like, here you go.
Definitely not my goal.
No. So speaking of old school games, obviously you guys, all of your music is old school. Do you guys go back and play a lot of old school games in order to figure out what songs you're going to cover, or do you just kind of think about what your favorite games were from back in the day and be like, yeah, let's do this?
We have a big zip file that's just full of every Nintendo and Famicom soundtrack.
Yeah.
And occasionally, that feels pretty good. Occasionally, if we finally finished a new medley and we're looking for something, we'll occasionally rifle through it to see if there's something we've missed. But other than that, we kind of have like a sort of list going in our heads of what we're doing, and we're not even close to really scratching the surface
Yeah.
Yeah,
How many
I mean, there's
thousands
so
of
many,
games are there?
there's so many,
Like,
and there's so many we still want to do. So
yeah. Like, what's something that you guys haven't done yet that like is kind of you're reaching for it, or you